Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. In front of us, we have the GOOZEEZOO ATS25-XF. This is an AM, FM stereo, long wave, CB, single sideband, shortwave, portable radio. During this video, I'll perform an evening medium wave band scan. First we'll go over features, second I'll do size comparison, and third we'll start cruising the evening band. So here we are, the ATS25-XF. Let's take a look. So, pretty nice enclosure, all aluminum. 3-inch speaker on top. Looking pretty nice, good build quality. Going to the front of the radio, we have 3 LEDs here. LNA status, high Z and 50 ohm connections. ATS25-XF model number, we have a 2.8-inch color LCD. Resistive touch, we actually use a stylus to make our choices. SDR DSP receiver. We have a large encoder knob with a push button feature. Tune, nice. On the back here we have our connections. We have a Type-C charging port. So this will charge about a 1 amp charge rate. It's a 3000 milliamp hour battery inside. We have a charge status LED, turns red when it's charging, green when it's finished. Power switch, headphone jack, BNC female for all our antenna connections. Over here we have a Wi-Fi antenna where you can hook it up for, this is time sync and also for band conditions for HF. Pretty neat. We'll do a quick size comparison and we'll go over the features of the screen when we have everything set up. So for size comparison, pretty basic. We're just going to throw out the usual culprits. We have a CC pocket in the house. The current time is 11:30 p.m. That's Central Standard Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA, for the sake of the band scan. Next, we have the CC Skywave 2. Nice. And if you don't have those, we'll always have the illustrious Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He can spin it like no one can. He loves his shortwave radios with single sideband, man. He's gonna call GOOZEEZOO land. He's Iron Man. Ding, 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 ding. Iron Man. Love it. So, deck of cards, you get the idea, right? Okay. For size. Alright, great. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to get this set up so we can look at it face down. That's how I'm filming. It should work out pretty good. I got a special little setup for it. So, I'm going to set that up right now and then we'll start tuning the band. Let's go do that. Okay, we're top down now. This looks pretty cool. Just want to mention real quick that the radio does come with a 40-inch telescopic antenna. This works really good for all the bands, FM, shortwave, medium wave. You can pick up a lot with this thing. I am pretty impressed. It also comes with 2 donuts, a medium wave one and a shortwave one if you're into those. I don't like those too much. They don't seem to work as well, believe it or not. But they are there. They give them to you. They give you actually a 90-degree adapter too, where it's a BNC to a SMA connection, so you can actually run it out the back and run your donuts with just that adapter. So yeah, nice. And then of course they give you the Wi-Fi antenna if you need to have it. Got it right here. So yeah, I'll come with that. And you also get a phone stand as well. So a lot of neat little features you get with this radio for the money. I'll have links in the comment section if you so desire the radio. So let's look at this screen. So you can see there's various things. We're going to go over really quick and then we're going to get tuning the band. So right on top here, you can see it says BFO. That's off. That's single sideband operation. Over here we have AGC is on. You can actually turn that off and we'll explain that in a second. Up here it says 3000. That's your bandwidth. So bandwidth, there's a bunch of choices. I'll actually show that to you right now. So bandwidth, you have 3000 is the standard where it starts, but you have goes down to 1, 1.8, 2, 2.5, of course 3, 4, and 6 kilohertz. I notice 4 sounds really good when you have a strong signal, and of course you can narrow it down to get better reception on faint signals. So we'll leave it on 3 for this video, should be good enough. Alright, and then if you keep going up on top here, you can see the band. We're on a medium wave, it's in green there. In yellow here it says AM, that's the modulation. And 10 is the stepping. We're doing 10 steps. And if we go to stepping, get a few options there. We have 1, 5, and 10 in my region. You can change regions. And of course, you can get access to 9 kilohertz as well. So, and if you want to go back, usually just hitting the frequency works. Okay, so we have some things here. We got the main screen below with the frequency. On certain bands, you can actually tap the number. And it lets you change that value, but on medium wave, it doesn't have that. So just use the encoder here. We got some information here. We have signal strength and signal noise ratio displayed there. And of course, below it, we have this little needle graph, which is nice. showing our scale. And you can change that to different things. We have a waterfall panorama. We have audio spectrum. And then we have a thicker needle gauge. I'm going to go with the fine one. I like that. So we have mute. Leaving it muted here. Volume control. You can go from here, or you can tap down on the button and then control the volume. And there's squelch there. There's a squelch control, which is pretty basic. And then takes you back out if you're using just the knob there. But I wanted to mute it. So yeah. And then going down here where AGC is on. I like AGC. It works really well on this radio, so I just leave it on all the time. Though you can manually attenuate. So if you want to do attenuation, just click that and AGC will go off. And then you can set whatever attenuation you want. Of 1, of course, being the least. And of course, you can increase that if you have problems with too many strong stations. So we'll leave an AGC. Going across here, we have ham. It takes you to the ham bands. All the various ham bands there. Nice. One shot. Done. Same with the band, broadcast bands. Click that, all the broadcast bands. And if you notice on that bottom, FM, long wave, medium wave, high frequency. Nice. All right. And then what else we got going on here? So I showed you the step and bandwidth. We'll go to frequency. Frequency lets you enter in the frequency with the numbers and, of course, enter that in. Handy when you're on shortwave for sure. Use it all the time. And FM. Of course, the bandwidth I showed you. And, of course, you get various options. But for medium wave, we got what I showed you. Mode button, so you can click this, and we have synchronous low and synchronous upper, so lower and upper sideband. And it's nice. I haven't used that yet. I don't think I've had to. If in this video I think I need it, I'll remember to try it. But not sure if I need it. So we'll go ahead and go to next. More buttons here. We have some scan up, scan down. So it seeks up, stops at a strong station. Scan lets you scan a certain segment of shortwave, works really well. And it gives you a little display of where all the active frequencies are, in like a waterfall style, with the little graph, which is nice. Light lets you control the brightness of the screen. Set up various options. You can look in the iCard section here at the review video, and that's going to be nice. The review video is going to tell you a lot about this radio that we're not going to be able to cover here in these short few minutes. Info, bunch of stuff in that. RDS, of course, for FM. FM button direct. A retro scale for shortwave and FM. Memory button is pretty cool. It does to get access your memories, and when you set your memory up, it does default, shows the frequency, the band, mode, and you can actually label that. So I may label this 80 ham chat, and then of course if you look through here, you got WWV, so I added those labels there, and even this one here, quite a long descriptor. Let me go all the way out here, probably all the way over here too as well. So I like being able to do that. So let's exit that. All right, see what else we got there. So yeah, channel, that's CB thing. It changes the whole display to like a CB driven style. It's really cool, but I don't want to start doing that and get tied up. So we're going to hit back and we're going to start cruising the band here. I do want to mention a few other things. Little windows here. This lets you mute and unmute. Indication if squelch is active and if multi-frequency is active. Over here we have a little box you can click. Let's just turn on our LNA and turn it off. I'm going to leave it on with the Terk Advantage Passive Loop, which is now directly connected to the radio. You can see with the wire coming out the back. We have high Z. We're going to leave that on as well. And then a lock function if you want to lock out the screen or lock out the knob. Bluetooth is not available, which I wish it was, but the speaker on here is pretty good, so I'm not really worried about that. So, yeah, doesn't really need it. Okay, so I don't know if I just locked something out. No, I don't think I did. If we can't access something, it's pretty simple. All right, rocking. Everything's working. So let's see what else. Wi-Fi symbol. Turn the Wi-Fi on and off. And, of course, battery status in voltages or in percentage. Cool. So let's go ahead and start tuning the band. We'll start at 530. Okay, so that's Brampton, Ontario on 530 CHLO. That's 441 miles. They say it's 250 watts. That's the northeast. I have the Terk Advantage pointed to that direction. So cardinal directions, we have north, east, south, and then west, to give you an idea what's going on. And I'm turning this loop at the same time I'm talking to you, and I'm also tuning it as well. If I remember the Terk Advantage, it has a purple knob in there. So I can get close to the camera. There you go. And then I'm turning, of course, the loop edge on to the station I'm trying to receive. So I'm moving this thing quite a bit. And you may hear this cable running around. No big. So let's go ahead and keep tuning. So yeah, we picked up Ontario. Nice. Let's go ahead and unmute.
Player at his position, and he is probably a top 10 or 20 player in the entire NFL. So losing him is a major blow to our defense.
Yeah.
And I just think
Okay, so I believe in this direction, I have the antenna pointed at. It's a very faint signal with some music playing. I believe that's CBK 540 Watrous, Saskatchewan, 1,025 miles. But the first station we heard was WAUK Jackson, Wisconsin, which was to the north, 70 miles at 400 watts. Pretty cool. Let's go unmute.
That's a good friend of mine. And take that next step.
So I got a couple mixing stations there. Almost the same ad playing too. KTRS 550 St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
Home cooking and some Carl Wilson on the organ.
And it drives me crazy. So if the left wants to abolish ICE, well, they had plenty of opportunity under Obama, under Biden. And if they want to abolish...
Okay, here's 560 WIND, Chicago, the answer. So if you're wondering.
by the United States of America.
So I thought Nurses was going to win the game, and Philadelphia had some pressure, so I wasn't really shocked by the outcome, but losing George Kittle, obviously that was...
Okay, so I believe this 590 is not KZO. I think it's KXSP, Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles, 5,000 watts. Because when I hear sports talk, it's always KXSP at night.
This weekend, and that's why we love the NFL, no doubt about it.
Columbus is News Radio, and WTVN.
Okay, so we got 610 WTVN, Columbus, Ohio, like you mentioned, 330 miles, 5,000 watts to the east, directly to that way. So, yeah, nice. Low power station coming through good. Okay.
Especially when it's a situation that could have been avoided. If you have a family, it is your responsibility to have term life insurance. It is one of the things you do to show you care.
So 620 is WTMJ in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles to the north, 10,000 watts. Yeah, at night. So this works out pretty good. I like this setup. I mean, if you got this radio, you may have a bigger loop than that, but this little passive loop works great. It's directly connected. You don't have to worry about messing around with the radio. It can sit in one spot. You just move the loop around. It's fantastic. I like it.
Your family. It's what you're supposed
Okay, that country music there is 630 CFCO, Chatham, Ontario. 310 miles, 6,000 watts. Nice. All right, let's keep going.
Standout season that included league MVP honors and championship success with the Las Vegas Aces. With the latest in HBCU news, I'm more...
So that's 640. This is WMFN, Peatone, Illinois. 75 miles away, 1,600 watts at night. The Black Information Network.
This flu season, avoid the... And...
So there's 650 WSM, excuse me, WSM as in Mary. Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles to the south, coming in clear. Love it. I like using this gauge. Now, this really is helping me tune this Terk Advantage Passive Loop in. Real nice. Okay, let's try that mode. Sync lower. So there's our synchronous detection there running. It's actually nice, locking on that station. It's getting me away from 670. It gets a little noisier, as you can hear the speaker buzzing a little bit when you're muted here. But yeah, 660, this is WFAN, New York, New York, 750 miles, home of the Yankees. Cool. And of course that changed up here too.
A lot of people lined up that have an opinion on this. We'll get to you here on Westwood One Sports tonight with the youngest in charge and Willingham. Eddie is out in Chi-Town wanting to chime in. Eddie, welcome into Westwood One Sports tonight, family.
Hey, nice to talk to you. Look, I don't have a lot to say other than I'm telling you the Bears, that was their Super Bowl on Sunday. So they're going into... or they're going to have LA.
Over here, 670 to score. WSCR, Chicago, a local. All right, keep going.
They're going in as cool as...
may not be fortunate to even reach us in the clinic. And so that's where this intervention and policy piece comes into play, in which it really taps into the advocacy aspect of what I think being, what I envision myself, my path as a physician entailing, of being able to continue building interventions and building upon what I've already developed in terms of...
So 680 here, we are listening to CFTR, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. I mean, this gentleman talking here, 690, CKGM, Montreal, Quebec, 763 miles. I'm going to start talking a little quicker and going a little quicker, so bear with me.
Assets that they're allowed to have. In order to replenish those funds, they sell those loans.
700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles east.
And those people then bundle.
Good deal.
And my second grandma, Becky, also lives here in Indianapolis, and she along with a lot of her friends have been taking very good care of me and looking.
720 WGN, Chicago. I don't know what these callers are talking about sometimes. I don't really listen to this show because I just sometimes have a hard time understanding what's going on. It's nice when she plays music, though. It's awesome. But yeah, here we are, WGN, Chicago, local. I usually listen to this during the day with John Williams.
Requests? Or no, got guesses? What are we doing here?
Well, I do have some guesses as to what salami might have been used for.
Okay, what do you think?
I have a tendency to think, and I don't know if this is correct or not, but I have a tendency to think it might have been used to cure infections.
Oh, I love that. It's not right, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Uh-huh. Oh, country music here. Okay, I'm thinking. Now I'm just trying to figure out in my head. CKDM, I'm thinking. I don't know if that is or not. Dauphin, Manitoba, 820 miles. If it's something else, I'll do a pop-up, but I think this is it. Cool. This would be Zoomer Radio. It's not coming in good tonight, unfortunately. That's a bummer.
And giving a little talk about something that's related to Bigfoot. So they see the economic end of it. And the
Bigfoot, man, really? Okay, well, there might be some of you guys that have seen one. If you have, comment in the section down below. Let me know. WSB 750 Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles to the south-southeast. All right, let's go unmute that. Keep going.
email. So I would say it's bigger than it's ever been. And
8590957. 1-800-8590-WJR. Powered by Michigan Auto Law. Auto Accident Attorneys. Visit autolaw.com. That's autolaw.com.
So you heard that he said that, actually said the call letters, WJR is 760, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
After all, we're...
Okay, I think we're here at 770, WABC, New York, 750 miles.
In February.
I'm not driving to Alabama.
Relax. There are daily nonstop flights to Pensacola. Just 2.5 hours in the air.
Wow, really? So, golf, spa, and sunshine, and no...
780 WBBM News Radio, Chicago.
I hope. Since 1847, the...
Okay, so I'm hearing some sports talk and mixing with something else I believe is Albany, New York. So I think we're picking up WHB, got to Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles, 5,000 watts to the southwest. That's how I have it, the antenna pointed. And also it's pointed the same direction to the northeast, and we're picking up a little bit of northeast station, WGY, Albany, New York, 740 miles. So yeah, I think we're picking up both.
Whatever Elon Musk is doing, I think it's Starlink, right? They have to be able to find it on their phones, on their devices, and whatever they're doing to stop them from getting communication, but a lot of them may not have switched over to it yet. I'm not sure how you connect to Starlink, but...
So 820 is WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles. Nice.
Take to connect to Starlink. Hopefully the people that are on will figure it out. We are getting videos out of there.
Some chains clanking as they're clamped onto cargo. To orders coming down the chain of command. We can handle that kind of noise.
830 WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles.
Seems like everyone's talking.
Here's wheat is. The original wheat only had 14 chromosomes. This genetic engineered stuff's got 40 chromosomes. Plus, it had 3 times the gluten, so no wonder it wreaked havoc on the system. And according to Dr. Williams, it's also a major cause of weight gain. And of course, earlier you were talking about fat. Some research on fat and how good fat, loose fat. You're not getting the proper amount of fat, the right kind of fat.
Okay, so that's not making it any better. I thought it would, but sometimes I thought I was running into some kind of interference, but we'll keep going here.
If you're not eating enough fat. And if you got time, I thought...
Do not wait and push off a week, a month, whatever it is. So if you want to feel better this summer, now would be the time to get in. If you want to feel better in the fall, make sure...
Okay, so I don't know if I mentioned 840 was WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky. I don't think I mentioned that. That's usually ground zero and coast to coast going on. This is 850 KOA, Denver, Colorado, which is pretty neat because this one here is 890 miles to the west. Yeah, it comes in clear at night. It's a nice station.
It's my general quality of life.
Don't wait. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation.
860 CJBC, Toronto, Ontario. Pretty faint signal there, 870. This is WWL New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles to the south. All right.
so you can meet them back. ZipRecruiter.
Man, a lot of commercials. What the frick's going on? WHSQ out of New York. New York, 750 miles.
To enjoy. So I'd like to thank Ed Dowd, who was on earlier in the show, Lieutenant General Newton, who was on the show, and of course our partner with Seabridge Financial.
So 890 WLS Chicago, the big 8-9.
Thanks for listening. We'll do it all again tomorrow night. Our executive director.
Okay, I can't hover on that, but what is that playing? That's interesting. I don't have much in this direction except for WDLS, Wisconsin Dells. Wisconsin, 120 miles. I don't know if I'm picking that up, but I might be. That's pretty cool.
Wonderful. This miracle moment was brought to you by generous listeners like you.
Local relevant station, Catholic radio.
Today, changing lives in your neighborhood.
WFAW Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, rocking away on 940 during the day and evening. It's nice.
The game plan tonight offensively had some holes in it. I thought our defense kept us in the game, and at some point they just wore out. They ran out of gas in the fourth quarter, and I understand why. But I got a lot of hopes coming up in this next season. This was a fight for the Steelers to get to the playoffs. I think they can take the next step this year if they can get one or two extra players.
Okay, yeah, we got sports talk. I don't know, KMBZ, I think, Kansas City, Missouri. Yeah, sounds about right.
Number 2 receiver, he's too.
The CDC news is in the wallet and the planet. Eating leftovers is great, but things like freezing food that you can't eat right away, donating surplus food within your community.
1000 WMVP Chicago ESPN Radio. Nice. Local.
To learn more, visit World.
KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles to the south. East.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. Something that surprised even him. CBS News correspondent Tammy McCormick has that.
Kelly, retired.
Kind of choppy signal tonight. Band conditions aren't perfect, but they're okay. Sometimes they get better, sometimes they get worse. WBZ 1030, Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles northeast.
Would ever find myself here as a U.S. Senator.
Turkey. It comes just as President Trump is reportedly reviewing military options if the regime kills more protesters. Trump warned last week the U.S. could hit the Islamic.
1040 WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
Business with Iran. That story from Jim Root.
So we know exactly who we're going after at the White House tomorrow to discuss the president's options for dealing with Iran. Minnesota and the city.
So 1060 KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles northeast.
CBS's Nicole.
I felt bad after Saturday night.
To wait for the shooting to end.
I just closed my eyes.
Okay, 1100, this is WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles to the east.
All 11 of his students died that.
Encourage Powell to just stay on for those next 2 years. He has the option of doing that in a way of kind of trying.
So this is 1120 KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles. Hit this, come on, hit it.
Powell's mouth, no one else's.
Don't stop there. Hit that thumbs up icon, comment away. Let us know what you think, what you agree with, disagree with. Go check out a brand new channel on YouTube. Again, just search Jason Smith Show and subscribe. Mike and I love putting this content out for you every single night. Well, speaking of tonight, it was owned by the Texans, who overcame one of the worst playoff games in the history of the league by C.J. Stroud because their defense had one of the greatest defensive efforts in the history of the play.
So typically this is WBBR. Doesn't sound like it though, Bloomberg Radio, but maybe they do sports talk on it. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But it is pointed towards New York City, towards the northeast or southwest. If you guys know what this is, let me know. I'm thinking that's what it is.
Uncharacteristically awful night for him. Just
If you are facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. CordellCordell.com.
You say you never give it to someone else.
Mixing stations, WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles. That's the talk. The music, I'm not sure. Okay, we're going to finish this up. We're going to go pretty quick here now.
And grateful.
yes, sir. So here's to 2025.
And for all your home improvement needs in 2026, just know that Pink.
So 1180 is WHAM, Wham, Rochester, New York, 545 miles.
Rose.com. Download it now.
Treasury Secretary Scott Best.
Download it.
Surrounding himself, especially in areas of foreign policy.
WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles. Now I'm just going to go all the way up, probably around the 1500 territory.
Carlson, they're on this mindset that everything
Looking into money laundering, the federal judge recently.
It's a new year, new start, and the hilarious podcast Help Stop is taking a new look at.
So 1510 to be LAC, Nashville, Tennessee. All right.
Turns out, real health conversations.
Okay, I'm believing this is Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. 1520. I could be wrong though. Sounds like it. KOKC, I believe. Or it could be KRHW. I don't know. I'll look to see which one's country music. If neither of them are, then you guys can chime in. But if it's one of those, I'll put a pop up here underneath. All right, let's keep going. We're almost done.
Two is left 40, 35-30, Bullock 20, Bullock upended at the sideline, maintains his balance, and runs.
So a sports station here is the ever popular WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles. You hear it all over the place.
In Houston, as the Texans run away from.
We know you love Protect. It's a really great way to stay connected. It's also a great way.
1540 is KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles.
Win prizes, ask questions.
CHHA, Toronto, Ontario.
That evening, officers prepared for life the difference between the war influence of a good.
I'm on our side on the good. A lot of chances.
That's fun. Okay, so we're hearing different signals. The talk radio is KCNZ, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles, 1,000 watts to the west. And then we're picking up the northeast this way here. CINA, which is, so they play some funky music. I don't know what ethnicity it is, but something interesting.
Everyone knows who she is, and she could have won it.
Okay, so I'm hearing Greek music there, so I have a little pop-up there. It's a Canadian station, and they broadcast Greek music, which is cool. You don't hear that every day on AM band, so there you go. Okay, so that's coming in real strong tonight. That's KBGG on 1700. No, sorry, that's KKLF on 1700. Richardson, Texas, 790 miles to the southwest at 1,000 watts. Nice. Can't overrun the music, but there we go. We're done. ATS25-XF. We're done with the medium wave band scan. The evening does pretty well, even though it was a little tough tonight. We picked up quite a bit, though. And we did it before Coast to Coast came on. Holy cow. I purposely tried to start as early as I could tonight to get that so I didn't have that Coast to Coast chime in. And every station is, obliterated with him talking. So awesome. We got through it. But yeah, really cool. A lot of features on this radio. Like I said, if you want to pick one up, check out the links below. You guys are awesome. Thank you. If you like this radio, give a big thumbs up. If you like the video, thank you. 2, if you like these digital receivers, you want to see more, hit subscribe at the bell icon. Get notified of future videos. I am going to have a daytime one. I don't know if it's going to release first or this one. And then I have, I'm thinking about hooking this up to a twin coil C-crane antenna system with the 200mm ferrite. In essence, turning this radio into a super radio. Yeah. And the medium wave band should be awesome because I can change to 50 ohm. That should make a big difference. So yeah, I like being able to switch that circuit. It's a really neat thing. So yeah, watch for that. And of course, comment down below what you think about the ATS25-XF. Do you have this radio? Or are you looking at this radio? What do you think? Personally, if you've been looking at any type of radio, like a single sideband radio, and you like this style, this is definitely worthy. If it's built on the architecture of the SI4732, am I saying that right? I might have got that backwards. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The ever-popular DSP, I'll put a pop-up here probably, run by an ESP S3 microcontroller, running the whole show. So yeah, if you like these, let me know what you think. If you can picking one up, an ATS25, or if you already have an ATS25 in the various flavors out there, they have a bunch of them. This XF model I really like. It's missing the airband. I wish it had the airband, but it doesn't necessarily have to have that because we all know scanners are better for airband. Anybody that uses airband. So, but other than that, I love this radio. It's a good time. Though I did notice I get a little input lag on the encoder knob, and I asked the company about that, and they said it's normal. So, maybe your radio won't have it, but it's something to do with the processor. It's not picking up quick enough, so it's not a big deal to me. It's just you see me move it, and then it doesn't move. It's kind of annoying when it does that, but it doesn't do it all the time. So, as you can see, but there you go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.